Welcome.
Yo. All right. I was just moving my list.
Yeah, I just have it on my phone, kind of right down. So if you guys see me looking down,
Yeah.
I'm not looking at something.
Yeah. So basically, I don't know if we should just start out with just talking about the channels in general and then lead into the lists.
Yeah. Yep. So today's thing is the 1 year mark
Of our channels.
Yep. 1 year of starting upload.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, we'll talk about our top 5 with honorable mentions of like videos / games that we played. Okay. So we don't have this planned ever. We had like a rough outline and we're like, oh, okay, it's this.
Well, plus not to mention, you say you already filmed your vlog?
Yeah. And
I already filmed my 1 year vlog. So we kind of already talked about it already on our own personal channel. So,
but sometimes it's good to go, back and forth with somebody for like the year mark too. Like, so how were the expectations from starting over completely from, old channel to this channel?
Well, for me, I thought of it as starting. I didn't think of it because at that point, like I said, I think I gained like, I don't remember exactly, like maybe like 60 subs. Like I had barely any viewers still stuck around. Rightfully so, like I said, it's been so long and whatnot. So I thought of it as strictly as brand new, starting from the bottom. I didn't think of it as, all right, I'm picking up where I left off. I literally was like, all right, expecting nothing and starting from the scratch. And for me, it's been actually great because, like I said, it's funny to see, like, as time went on, because I think there were probably some of my old viewers that seen, or because I posted it everywhere about my new channel, like just to let everyone know, like, hey, if you're anyone who's still watching content or hoping I was going to upload, it's never going to come back on the old channel. Here's where so I posted that everywhere. And like I said, I gained like a few really dedicated longtime viewers. But I think there was still other people that were watching from the sidelines, like, I'm not going to check out his new channel. I don't think he's going to actually stick with it. But like I said, as the year went on, yeah, I literally got comments from, I still will gain people like that. Finally, they're like, I decided to I checked it out and yeah, I love it. Or people that literally stopped watching me. I find the most interesting would be the people that stopped watching me on my old channel years ago, before I even kind of like quit. They stopped watching me and they happened to find me again, not because they went to my old channel and then saw, and they literally looked up, a game they wanted to see someone play. Like, I don't know, let's say, what's one I've recently played, like Retail Hell or whatever, or Subnautica 2, whatever. Let's say they looked up that and then they found me that way, which was really cool. So yeah, for me, the expectations, like, it exceeded my expectations as far as like what actually, because I have things in my mind that I hope, like goals or things you hope to happen, but like, and then you also think like realistically you have like goals, like more real, because anyone could be like, I hope it'd be great if I had a channel or the videos pop off, I hit 100,000 subs or 1 million, that's the hope part. But the realistic part, yeah, the thing, it exceeded my expectations. So I've literally no complaints, because even the content I've been posting, no complaints there. I've been able to stick with the consistent 4 days a week for, can't remember the exact month when we made that jump to, like, instead of 3 a week, it was 4. We made the jump to 4. I don't remember exactly. I think it was probably like halfway through, is my guess, maybe like 6 months ago. Anyway, but needless to say, I think I only missed like maybe 1 or 2 videos here and there. And if I missed it on a Saturday upload, I just posted it on Sunday instead. So yeah,
I think it was like, around it must have been February or March. Yeah, it was around that time, I think. Right before we started, honestly, back at our job.
yeah.
Well, that's good. Like, that exceeded expectations.
You're like now me.
No, me, my turn. No. It was a tough struggle for a bit. Like, that 21 era was just like I joked about it at work and stuff, but it was kind of disheartening for the longest time. But
Yeah.
as of lately, well, kind of having slow right now, but like overall, like it I was expecting maybe like in the year, maybe for a while, especially the 21 era,
21 streak.
I was expecting like 50.
Yeah.
So being close to the 100 goal from 100 sub goal was actually, you know, kind of made me feel better, especially when Hobby's playtime kind of shot that one up, but
Yeah.
everything else that like more
And time
subs
for
were
bed.
coming. Yeah, time for bed too. Yeah,
Yeah.
that game. It's that game would be an honorable mention too, but we'll go with
Honorable mention because of what it did to your channel.
how it blew up.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was really expecting like because I knew it was going to be a hard grind, and it's still a hard grind. But I'm overall I'm happy that it's so close to what I was predicting, and it's definitely like the consistency is still there, everything's still there. It's just I'm nothing complaining actually. Like I wish it was a little bit better, but like that's like
Yeah.
anything. Like you can't be like, oh man, I'm happy at 80.
Yeah. Well,
I am happy, but not like you know what I mean.
Well, for me, it's like I'm at 9. What am I now? 936 or something like that. And yeah, like I'm over the moon. My only thing was, and it's not a matter of not being happy where I'm at. I just so want it to be able to focus solely on YouTube and it not have to go work a job and just be able to, so for that part of it, I want it to happen quicker just because I love doing it. So I just can't wait to get to that point where it's like, yeah, don't have to worry about working a 10 or 12 hour day and then coming home and try to squeeze like what little bit of time you have after work or just on the weekends, squeezing everything in. It'd be nice to just be able to 100% not have to like worry about anything else, just put nose to the grindstone and get to, because some days where it's like there's days where it's like, okay, let's say Sunday and like, oh, I have an idea for something. I'm like, but I gotta go to bed here soon, I don't have time. So it's like things like that sucks for like the creative aspect of it. I know for me it's like I just want, when that creative spark hits, I really want to like capture it or like capitalize on it.
Well, that's definitely like the biggest thing for like the 1 year mark was realizing like, yeah, it's really it's hard to keep your dream on the main burner when you have to work a 7 to 5 job. While also, life with other things, and then wanting the stream because like, yeah, like it's definitely a difficult task, but it's enjoyable. Like I have like no complaints. Like I'm always, enjoy like everything. Like my biggest worry, because when I started this, I was like only did like streaming and not like videos. So like this is a whole new task for me. And I was like, oh, am I going to, not enjoy it as much, or am I going to slack at some point? But I haven't. So, which is very, very surprising, and I'm happy with too.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm like, I come from the opposite end. I've done many streams, but it was a byproduct of my original channel's like growth. I started doing streams back then because like I had all these, like my channel was growing and I had viewers and they wanted me to stream. So I was like, oh yeah, I could stream. There'd be games that's like, it's not something I'd play on to make a whole series out of. So yeah, I'd stream it, or or do like multiple one-off games in a stream. So I've done a lot of streams, but for me it was a byproduct. But they're definitely fun. Like I'm used to the video thing, so for me the video consistency has been pretty easy, surprisingly easy. Because at first I was like trying to do like work, like I said, all week, and then also trying to stay consistent. I was a little worried when I was like, oh, am I gonna actually be able to stay like dead on consistent? Like I upload one day, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, 5 p.m. every day. I was like, am I going to be able to stick and not miss a time or a day, or maybe not upload? Like, I was like, sometimes I thought before I committed to the 4 a week, I was like, well, you know, I guess if maybe 1 week I miss a video, or if maybe the Saturday video is late, that's fine. But nope, never had to worry about that. Literally, like, been doing it for, like I said, I think at least probably like 4 to 6 months, and I only on one hand could I count the amount of times where I missed the video. And like I said, even if I missed the Saturday upload, usually it would come down to because a game come out that Saturday where I thought, okay, this is even more important, so I should move back my Saturday videos to Monday slot and then just record and edit and post it. Usually it was either it just went up late Saturday or it just went up Sunday. So like I said, I don't really count that as a miss. So other than that, like I'm super happy with like, and as well as doing all the content, but also finding time to experiment with other type of content, because it'd be easy to just play horror games, download a bunch of horror games, just post a bunch of horror games, but like just finding new things to try for videos, or, you know, thinking of new ideas on the side while you're also like nose to the grindstone, you know, working hard. That's been like another surprising thing, is like, okay, I've been actually able to or even just come up with fresh ideas, because, you know, everyone's doing YouTube and it's been done so much that being able to come up with an idea and execute it and be like, oh, that actually my idea I put it out there and it's actually working. So that's been motivating.
I got no idea.
Yeah. You're like, I'm just going to do Time for Bed part 17.
Yeah. Oh, if that only works for me. But I would. That game was.
It works for some people. I mean, some people do that type of stuff.
I guess if like certain games for like the mods and all that stuff, definitely you're able to do.
Yeah.
This is going off topic. Crazy. But okay, so expectations, we talked about that. I guess we gotta figure this out. I don't even
reunited.
And it feels so good.
That's the problem, is that we were actually talking at work kind of this past week or in the week before, but kind of one issue where we're running into is like, because we originally, like a month ago, I think it was, we toyed with the idea of making the podcast every week.
Yeah. No,
and then we're like, at work, we're like, because we work together every day, so we're like, running out of things to talk about. So we're like, okay, we won't bump the podcast up to every week. We'll keep it every other week. But yeah, that's kind of the one thing that's been a little bit of a hurdle, I guess, is just trying to, like, between us, and that's why I think lately there hasn't been as many collabs either. I mean, other than Fears to Fathom, which, you know, that was a great one, but like not as many collabs lately, because a lot of the stuff was starting to feel very samey. Yeah, like everything was, when you play a game that feels the same as literally another game that you just collabed on like a month ago, when you're trying to commentate, it's like, what are you going to commentate about? Something that's a copy of another game you've already played, so you end up feeling like you're saying the same things, making the same jokes. So yeah, that's how we kind of like took a pause, and where we're at right now is like, we'll collab on games that look really cool, but like just trying to find hey, it's been a while since we should collab. We should just find a game to collab. It's like, we're not really doing that.
It's one of those things like where you can't really force an opponent. Well, I mean, some people can, but
I was gonna say you could, but I don't think it turns out good. But
yeah, especially for us, like, because there's been a few games that we've tried that we just scrapped.
Well, I just
immediately
just scrapped them because they're like not
like the ideas were cool, like
on paper it seemed cool, but
like the pizza one where with like black market, but then it turned out to be co-op slot. So like that's the thing, like you kind of we've this year definitely, because like we were doing like once a month, but then not even once a month, it was be like once every couple months or so.
So we would usually record like 2 collabs per sitting, pretty much.
But we kind of figured out, like, for that is just see a game like Here's the Fathom Scratch Creek. I've seen it and I was like, oh, it's a co-op game, and we played it and had a blast.
Yeah, I love the Fears of Fathom games. So that was one where when he told me his co-op, because I try to pay attention, but there's some games that like I knew it was coming out, but I never watched the trailer. If I'm being honest, I just, as a fan of the previous games, I was like, yeah, I'll play it for sure. And then I didn't know it was co-op, but then he told me, I was like, all right, that'd be a perfect collab, because like knowing the Fears of Fathom games are usually really fun. I was like, okay, this will be something we can collab on, and yeah, it was great. I like that video. Also, I was just gonna say, you know, because we talked about a little bit at work about how the pod is like we'll slightly venture sometimes about topics. It'll all be related to kind of like content, but sometimes, you know, because again, if we pigeonhole ourselves to just only YouTube gaming, it's like we're going to be limited to what we can talk about. But so something I wanted to mention was throughout this year of doing this YouTube thing, and maybe you could speak on your personal like or opinion, but I've kind of, my mindset throughout this year was, it was kind of like also a learning experience. I'm at that point in my life where I've really figured out, I feel like I got most things figured out now, as far as like there's some creative things I've been kind of like, whether I'm listening to old music of mine or watching old videos, it was like having that moment of realization, or, you know, whatever you want to call it. But like, so I've had this thing recently where, yeah, I mean, music, for example, I'll start with the music thing. Or no, I'll start with the YouTube gaming, because I'll just get that out, because that's the quickest. So as far as the gaming videos, I actually have, like I said, on the new channel, I have no complaints, but it was just one of those things where I realized, because like, you know, I'm making the content and I'm putting it out, and I feel that spark of like, this feels magical. Like I feel like I'm, you know, I put it out and I'm like, I really feel proud. And I had that realization as like, whether it was through other people telling me, like in the comments of like old viewers that just found me 10 years later, or just me watching an old video of mine or something, and then seeing one of my new, I'm like, for me, what I realized is that when I did YouTube the first time, it was all so new to me, and like I didn't have any expectations. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I wasn't comparing myself to others. I didn't have an ego. I didn't, like I said, I just was doing it and learning as I went. And so I think the charm of that was the authenticity of like, here's a kid that, like, at the time I had nothing else to do. I just got out of a relationship and it was real bad. So I started my YouTube channel in the relationship. Her and I broke up. And so I was living with my parents in my small bedroom that I never left, basically. And like I said, I was recently single, went through the bad breakup. And at that point I was like, all right, I'd started the YouTube channel, and then we broke up, and I was like, well, now I got nothing else to do. I felt like I needed to fill this void of like this emptiness. So I remember back then I didn't think of anything. I just made videos. I literally just immersed myself. If it was like a swimming pool, I didn't walk in the steps. I didn't go in the shallow end. I dove headfirst off the diving board. Like, I gave it my 120%. And I think, like I said, now I get that same vibe with my content when I'm watching it, or I'm editing it, or making a thumbnail. It feels like I have that same thing where I'm like, I'm at a crossroad where I do got, you know, my life together now, but it's like the job. It's like this, I'm working a job. I don't mind the job, but it's not the dream job. And I want to do this. And so like, I'm back to that, like 100% jumping off the diving board. And I think that's, you know, been the biggest eye opener. And then as far as like the music goes, I also had this moment of like lately, same thing as far as our, like the music stuff we've done, or the solo music I've done, where back in the day when we started making music, it wasn't about trying to have the most professional sound of all time, or making sure everything's this way, or trying to, oh, well, this genre would do better here, so we should do this genre, or, you know, because we've done it all. We've done every genre imaginable, literally. But it's like, had this moment of realization, because, you know, a lot of time at work where I just will put an earbud in, so I'm listening to music, or the travel to and from work, or while we're at work in the truck. So you end up going through music quick. And so I was listening to some of the old stuff, and I realized it's like, yeah, it's like at some way along the way with the music, it's like I kind of lost just the simplicity of like just making music and enjoying it, and just like not thinking about it. Just what does my heart or my mind say? Write it down and record it, and there you go. And so like I've kind of gone back to really appreciate, yeah, just making music that you enjoy, that's fun, making content you enjoy, that's fun. And yeah, not to try to get caught up in the numbers or the competitiveness. It's like I said, I've for me, this has affected like every aspect of my life too. Same with like working out. That was another thing. I was working out when I started. It was like, all right, trying to hit these strength numbers, or trying to see growth here, or trying to perfect this, or compare myself to other people. And like now I just like, it's like I'm in school or something. Like my head's down, I'm studying. It's just like I'm working. It's like, I don't feel the need now. I've had this like, I don't know, awakening or whatever you want to call it, but like, it's been really healthy for me, and everyone's different, right? But for me, like I said, it's been really healthy for my mindset. It's just like, yeah, why I didn't get into making music. I didn't get into making content, and nor did I get into working out for anyone else. So why was I trying to appeal or show off or feel like I had to, you know, have this like ego or something, when in reality, it's like, I'm doing this to better myself. So yeah, I stopped comparing myself to other people, like content wise, music wise, physique wise. I'm just like I said, I just want to be the best version of me I can be. And that, like, for me, I think that's been a big turning point for my everything, but especially I think it's also trickled in my YouTube.
Yeah that like, and
you're like same.
Well, like that's the thing about our friendship, because like we're the same, but we're different enough to, like, you know, like how we view things, which that always worked well for us, for, you know, music, people that we met, like, you know, both of us being funny in our different ways, like it always worked for us. So yeah, the content, well, back in the day, well, it was like I was sickly, like I was like 120, you know, you and I weren't really talking at that time, and I was doing streaming, and I was like toxic. It wasn't enjoyable. Like it was enjoyable, but not like really in what I wanted it as a community. So like that, I think my biggest thing for me is I usually just compare myself to my older self. I don't, and we talked about comparison.
Yeah, we talked. I think that was one of the episodes.
Whereas like you shouldn't compare yourself to others, but I've always looked back and like, how am I different now than I was then, right? And I've always been proud of, you know, certain aspects, but there's one thing that I've always was proud of back then, was the, I guess you could say, the not naivety
or naiveness, but I know there's a word, the actual word.
So like, and like the confidence, the, you know, going out, you know, moving a province to do music, like the, just, you know, being so focused and so driven, not even like you said, like we dove into like a huge deep end, and I'm not a swimmer.
Shark infested waters. No, but like,
and then like going back, watching our old you know, shows that we've done, like, and then just getting, you know, cheered like crazy. Like that's the thing that I've always respected us back then, because we weren't thinking we're all that. We just did. We're
just passionate. That's I think the big thing.
And so the more we like talked about it, the more I'm like, yeah, that's what I am trying to bring to my entire life. And like, and like, yeah, the working out aspect, like, I mean, I'll admit I have a little bit of an ego in that aspect, but that's more or less comparing myself to my older self, which, you know, stick arms and all that stuff. That's where that ego is. I'm not saying like I'm not like, oh, I'm the biggest person compared to anyone else. No, I'm like, I'm bigger than I was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like that's what I mean. Like we've always had similar mentality, but different at the same time.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I think like just to touch on, then we can maybe get into other stuff. But I think like back in the day, it's like I think why people gravitated towards us whether it was our music when we moved or after the music and I did my YouTube thing, was, yeah, it wasn't cocky, it was passionate. Like, we believed everything we were singing, and like I said, every video I ever made, I believed everything I was saying, and I stood by what we made, or whether it was music or content that I made, unabashedly. Like, I wasn't one of, like, you know what I mean? I didn't have this like facade up around me where I thought I was any better than I was. Actually, I watch my old like milestone videos sometimes, and yeah, I'm just like, everyone, I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, guys, thank you so much for, 50,000 subscribers. I'm like, I'm just some kid from the middle of nowhere, like, which is true. But it's just like, yeah, I never was one of these guys that was like, yeah, guys, I'm the best. I deserve, whatever. It's like, yeah, I think that's what was came with the music. It's like, not like our music was the best. We did shows where there's other artists performing, and there was definitely shows where other artists that went up before us or after us were better musicality wise. They were better than us. But we often got the most cheers because we just had that raw passion and enjoyment. And like I said, same with the working out thing. It was the enjoyment factor. It's good to be competitive.
Yeah.
But at the same time, once I like was in it, and then I was, like I said, I was making really crazy strength gains, and it's like, that's cool and all, like, but it's like, well, who am I doing this for? Like, what am I gonna walk around and be like, yeah, I can, I deadlifted 450, or I could squat 535, or it's like, does that matter? No. You know what I mean? Like, is that what I want to go do when I get in the gym? No, I just want to, like I said, get in the best shape of my life, and I want to improve my longevity on this planet, because I want to be around for as long as I can, and because I want to, like I said, make content and make music. I feel like I have a lot to offer. But yeah, so it's like, I just like I said, if I work hard at whatever it is and I'm happy with the product, whether it's my physique or my content or my music, at the end of the day, that's all I can ask for.
Oh yeah. Sorry, 1 second. Let's see if that
focus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah.
So 1 year, been a eye-opening year, I think.
Oh yeah. It definitely has.
Now, for the next year, I'm going for 1 million subscribers. No.
Well, we can say our goal from.
Well, for me, I don't really have a goal. Yeah, we could talk about it, but for me right now, because it's June is when we started uploading. Normally on YouTube, when people talk, and like what I used to do back in the day was, most people do the 1 year calendar year was from January 1st to January 1st. It is a little weird to do June to June. Like, I did it because it was the first year.
Yeah.
But going forward, I don't think I'm going to really have a goal in mind for up until December 31st or whatever, or January 1st. I'm just kind of let it play out, work hard, and see what I can do.
Well, what about your six months? What about your 6
months? I don't know.
What do you like? You know.
1,500 maybe.
See, it's not that hard.
But yeah, but like I want to make the change, because it's also it lines up easier, because people that watch your channel, we know, because we uploaded that video, so we know the starting date, but not everyone who's going to find your channel is going to know, he started uploading in June or June 15th, you know what I mean? So it's just usually easier to go by January 1st, and then you can also use that. It's like a New Year's resolution or whatever. So, but yeah, I'm just going to probably go for, like I said, I threw 1,500 out there, but it is like whatever, honestly, at this point. But then when January 1st starts, depending on where I'm at, I'll make the decision then. I think January 1st, my goal in mind, what I have in mind would be, I'm kind of following suit with my old channel. Literally, I started first year off, or half a year, 2013, was when I uploaded, same thing, June. And it was like, I ended that year off with like 60 subs or whatever it was. And then 2014, I ended that whole year off with like 600 subs. And then 2015, my end of the year goal was 10,000. So I think I'm going to go for 10,000 again. Now, AaronSayWhat 1.0, like the original channel, 10,000 was a goal, but I ended the year off with 23,000. But yeah, but I think I'm just going to do the same thing. 10,000 will be like, come January 1st, 10,000 will be the goal for that year.
I think for me, from January 1st or January 1st to January 1st, I'm going to shoot for 1,000.
Yeah.
I think I think it's possible.
What about your 6 months? Do you have one? Like a soft thing? Like
6 months a soft 500.
a semi?
Yeah. A
Yeah.
semi chub.
So yeah, by December 30 or by December 31st.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely doable. It's going to be a lot of hard work, but I think it's I can definitely do it because we're going to hit school just came out just finished today, right?
Yeah.
Where we are. Maybe it's different in
I
the
think
States.
it's pretty much mostly. Yeah, I think it's mostly the same though. Usually
But
June.
so summertime's going to happen. So possible to hit a explosion.
Usually views do go up during summer break.
And then when we're off, then I have more time and all that stuff. Plus, I guess a little announcement. You guys won't see it probably for a bit because I need to get a fan for this, but I have a new camera.
Is it on? Oh, you have it on the tripod. I was gonna say you could show it if it's easy.
Yeah, 1 second. You distract while.
Okay.
I guess I'm gonna blur myself because you're gonna see something.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. So CrayJayy got the new camera. I was talking to myself about it. No, actually, I have the camera that I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna get it. Basically, we're usually done our seasonal work for the end of September, like October 1st. I think I'll come October 1st, like the end of September, I'm gonna buy my new camera and then just start using it then, as well as I might, which I don't know if you were about to say the same thing, but when I'm off this time, I think I might bump up to 5 videos a week.
Oh yeah, I was thinking daily content, honestly, because like that's the thing we've kind of like also figured out is like there's honestly not enough.
No, well, unless it's
days.
like a real dry period, but if you have other series going, that helps.
Oh yeah, I got.
Yeah, you could tell a little bit about the camera.
So
your initial thoughts and whatnot.
Last year, when
all year last year, he was like, "I'm gonna get a new camera."
Yeah, and
I'm buying it this paycheck.
It was this camera, and that was the thing. I kept on saying, "I'm not going to. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get."
You're
it.
like, next paycheck. Oh, okay, next paycheck.
But that's what I found out this year is, when I set my mind to something, it's I'm going to do it. So I said to Aaron, the first pay of June, I'm buying this camera. And I did. And I'm happy. It's really cool.
You used it for a recording session already, yeah?
Yeah, I use it for a recording session. I kind of like the fact that it follows the eyes to focus, and then if it doesn't see the eyes, it hits the face. So yeah, it's $1,300.
What is it? The brand or the name? I mean,
Fujifilm XM5.
Yeah.
And yeah, I have no complaints yet, but like I said, I only
you barely start using it. When I get mine, we'll film whatever that pod we film. I'll do the same thing. I'll just give you a little rundown and show the cam.
This camera can be used as a webcam. I might use it once I get the dummy battery, because that's the thing with mirrorless cameras is I haven't really tried recording while it's in the charge, so that's the next step. Because
you have to try that, because I hear everything. I hear some people say, "Oh, it will work," and then other people say, "No, it dies quicker than it charges." And
so that's the thing I gotta figure out. So, and if it does work like that, cool. But I already purchased the dummy battery, so like in this case, I'm just going to use that. I got 2 extra sets of batteries. There's everything. I'm excited to use this, because like that's the thing. Like, you spend the money. I'm kind of excited to use it for like skits with us, other like music film. Like, I'm just gonna take pictures.
I think it will succeed really well, or exceed very well with like cinematic shots.
Yeah,
music and like skit B-roll and whatnot.
So yeah, I'm really really excited for that. I don't know what else to say.
Oh no, that was like, yeah, I just figured you could show it
Yeah.
off
I
for
want to get
the
more lenses for it eventually, but it's not important right now.
yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, and you're actually like crazy amount of things happen, and that's the thing about I guess we can go into a topic that we kind of had written down because it kind of involves the 1 year is I have it on notepad is why YouTube is important to us. If you want.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, because I literally forgot what you're. I'm like, what subject is he talking? Because it's been so long.
Oh well, there's the why YouTube important to us, and then our past. But we kind of did the past and
yeah,
why YouTube. Like,
well, because again,
okay.
like, I'm trying to think like why YouTube, because I already talked about it in like 2 different vlogs technically. For me, it's just like I said. For me, YouTube, I kind of talked about it earlier, so I'll be quick and then give you more time. But like, why it's important to me is like because when I mean, I still have my first ever channel, which was I made February 1st, 2007. But prior to that, I was uploading videos with my friend on his channel that he made in like 2006, and YouTube was made in mid 2005. But when it was first made, it's not like no one knew of it. Literally, 2006 was just when it was barely getting started. Like no, it was back then. Like it was like you had a webcam, like a 144p webcam, and you could go on YouTube and hit record, and it would just record the webcam video right on YouTube and then upload it right. Anyway, but him and I just filmed. Man, this 2006, so we would have been in grade 6. So I would have been 12 years old. So yeah, so in 2006, I was 12 years old / going on 13, making stupid, silly videos. And then, like I said, I fell in love with it way back then. Made my first channel in 2007, just started uploading videos there, just like really silly stuff. You know, gotta remember I was, like I said, 12, 13 years old. And ever since then, I've been on YouTube ever since. I've had probably over the years, I've probably had like 15 channels. But like, it wasn't until like all of it was all just fun and stuff. But my gaming channel, my original gaming channel, AaronSayWhat, was, like I said, I started it because I'd moved to Toronto, and at this point I wasn't even doing the music anymore really that much. And so yeah, my girlfriend and I were dating for the bit. I think I got to like a couple thousand subscribers maybe, and then we broke up, and I basically was going through a hard time. I literally talked to no one, and so when I had literally no one, YouTube was there for me. So as I was dealing with this, like one of the hardest times of my life, and feeling like worthless and feeling like I wasn't good enough for anyone, I'd be uploading videos, and then surely enough, I would see gaining subscribers every day. And then it's like, oh my god, I gained 1,000 subscribers this month. Oh my god, I gained 2,000, holy crap, I gained 7,000 subscribers this month. And then before I know it, I was like showered with love and compliments, and people telling me how much I meant to them. And like I said, from just getting off this getting away from this, or just getting over this period of time where I felt like I wasn't good enough, or I was nothing but a burden, to then having people tell me how much I changed their life, or how much I cheered them up when they needed it. Or, you know, I actually used to get people messaging me saying that they wanted to end themselves, and by me talking to them, they had a whole change of outlook. And so, like I said, for me, YouTube was important because it was there when no one else was. And it basically, if it wasn't for YouTube, man, I don't know where I would have been as far as like my confidence wise, like in myself, or my mind, or like creativity wise. Because like I stopped doing music for a while, but then when I was doing YouTube and people wanted to hear me sing and stuff, so I started making music again, like covers and original songs on the channel. And then I started doing like music skits and it was just like, yeah, it basically, it brought back in the, not the literal sense, but in pretty much, you know, most sense of the word, it brought Aaron back from the dead almost, essentially, is what. So like I would say YouTube probably saved me, and that's why, like I said, 10 years later, 11, 12 years later from back then when I was doing it to now, it's just like, I'm not in that, you know, I'm actually in like the best mind space of all I've ever been. But it's that same thing where though I have every aspect of my life I am so happy with, and I feel like I'm so proud of everything I've managed to accomplish and the people around me and all this stuff. But the one aspect that's missing is that dream job. And like I said, I can the job I work now, I can easily make the money. Like I do okay for myself. You know, I own a home and cars and all that stuff. It's like the money is what the driving factor for trying to do YouTube. Now that's great because you can make even more money doing YouTube. That's all. So I don't think anyone would turn down more money, but but it's the fact that like YouTube doesn't give me that same fulfillment as, I mean, my regular job doesn't give me the same fulfillment as YouTube does when like YouTube, like I said, people saying how much I made their day, or they were having a rough day and just needed something to put on to laugh at or to smile. That is the last part of my life where I'm missing, and that's why I'm chasing YouTube, and I won't stop until like I said, I've already accepted. I'm not stopping. It's either I'm making it. It might just take a little longer. It might get there quick, but I'm making this dream come true.
Yeah, I'm so terrible at like yeah.
You're
so
like for me, yeah, YouTube, it's cool.
Yeah.
Fun.
Well, see, I never really had that. I mean, like that experience with YouTube because, like I said, when I moved to Ontario, I was, you know, I have a disease and was STD. No, I'm joking.
Yes, I was gonna make that joke.
Crohn's. I have Crohn's, and most of my life I was very tiny and all that stuff. So I couldn't do nothing, and then, of course, you know, with this condition, other conditions happen like rheumatoid arthritis, and you know, there was points in my young adult life, 23, and I had to use a cane to walk. Like it was really messed up. So I was always in a difficult position where I'm like, you know, I moved away from family, pursued music, and then yeah, things happened. You and I stopped talking to each other, and I was just in a dark space for a while, and then things happened where I was living, and it was a spiral of hecticness. And then, you know, you reached out to me and I moved back, and then yeah, I've always grown up thinking that I need to be in an entertainment industry. Like I've always had, you know, family telling me, "Oh, you're smart, you're so smart,
you're such a clown.
You're such a clown." No. You know, you can do carpentry, you can do military, you can go here,
male gigolo.
Yeah, pretty much. Could you imagine? But like I've always hated being forced into a box where I felt different all my life, because like I've always, you know, high school, you know, being class clown, theater arts I excelled at. There was the camp that I did, which was for like movie stuff, and having the professor there say, "Hey, don't stop acting," and all that stuff. Like there was always signs in my life that I've ignored, that you know, that I just simply didn't want to pay attention to, I guess. And you know, you and I talked last year before we started, and we were like, yeah, you know what, let's go for it, you know, YouTube. And this year definitely showed me that, you know, there's potential in the fact that I can be entertained, because people who subbed, or you know, having the opportunities as a small creator with, you know, developers sending keys and all that stuff, like it just blows my mind. And like I'm still in my shell a little bit, but I'm trying my best to get out of it.
And then you just do a transition to the Fears of Fathom video.
Yeah.
It's like in your shell. That's like not at all. It's the funniest thing.
Well, it's that fact that like, especially when I'm doing it by myself, I'm like,
yeah, it's a different vibe for sure. It took me a long time to get fully used to it. And then even when I stopped doing YouTube and I finally come back, it was like, you know, at first it was like a little like, because you're like, here you are talking to the webcam or the camera, but when you look around, you're like, oh yeah, no, I'm just in my room with headphones on, so I'm just screaming like an idiot. Ah! Ah!
Yeah.
But once you get over that initial like weirdness and you kind of just embrace it, it's fun.
So yeah, and that's why I wanted to, pursue this as a job, because it's so many things that I want to do. Like
Oh, and
you're not put in a box.
yeah, you can literally,
can,
that's the greatest thing with
anything.
YouTube is you could do anything, and you're not like, we talked about this at our job. We work so hard, and we'll do the work of like 4 different people, and it's like, don't get compensated for it, whether it's verbally, saying, pulling us to the side, and you got, financially. Whereas YouTube, if you want to, let's say you're doing 4 videos a week and you're, gaining whatever, how many subscribers, let's just say 5,000 subscribers a month. Let's say you're making, I'm just throwing random numbers out there just for the sake of the analogy, but let's say you're making like $2,000 a month. It's on you that if you want to post every single day and then gain, like, it's on you. That's what I mean. You're not limited to someone else. Like YouTube, they want you to succeed. The more eyes on the YouTube platform, that's all they care about. The more eyes and time spent on the platform. So like, it's a good feeling with YouTube to know like, oh, the sky is truly the limit. Whereas a job, you're just, well, there's always going to be the boss above you. So unless you somehow like pass them, which is usually not happening, but like, so you're always limited. And like, I hate that feeling too. Like I'm the type of person where I don't mind working 3 people's jobs, but I should be, compensated for it. You know what I mean? Whereas YouTube, like I said, I can do that. If I want to work myself to the core, but at least with YouTube, I know like, hey, it's voluntary. No one's telling me and forced me to do it. But also, like I said, if I post more videos and more views, and YouTube's like, yeah, here you go, more growth. And so I like that part.
Yeah, and that's why I guess that's kind of the thing about, knowing someone who had succeeded in some form, and then being able to be like, okay, yeah, this, and then, like, I mean, maybe you glaze me a little bit, but you're like, oh yeah, I can see potential, but obviously right now, not now, but
no,
like, there's glimpses.
Because like I said, I'm pretty honest, and with your early videos, we've talked about how, yeah, you could definitely tell it was forced memes and because I say I can see potential because when, like, look at our collab videos.
Yeah.
They're funny. It's just like I said, I think with you, and you're getting better every video, it's just, yeah, like you by yourself, you're a little bit more reserved in yourself. But the CrayJayy I know that is like where we're dying laughing and we're always making each other laugh. Like, yeah, I know, because like I said, because I also think of it as I found successful, meaning there was a large amount of people who enjoyed my humor, and our humor is very similar. So it's safe to say people would enjoy your humor. So that's how I go by. I mean, plus, like I said, there's, holy crap, I don't even know how many viewers on YouTube, but I would say in the, billions probably. And so, yeah, there's always huge audiences for everyone. I mean, I've come across channels, no shade to any channel, but I've come across where I'm like, this is boring, but that's just my preference. If you look at their videos, some of them have like a lot of views and support. So it's like, I truly believe YouTube is probably the greatest platform. Well, I do believe it is the greatest platform of all time, the greatest website of all time, just for the sheer fact that you could be someone who does woodworking. You could be someone who works on cars. You could be someone who BMX bikes. You could be an old lady crocheting. You could be gaming channel. You could be skits or comedy, music, anything that you can think of. YouTube, you could find an audience for. And it's just, that's, to me, you can't get any better than that. The creative freedom that YouTube allows you is just unmatched.
Yeah, and I think that's definitely speaks for both of us, because yeah, we've always been like the type, like, we don't like being told, okay, this is your space. Go there.
I mean, it's like school or work, where it's like, I mean, I won't name names, but like work, there's different people that do things different ways.
Yeah.
But you can still end up with the same result. I hate it. Same with school, where it's like, I still got the right answer. What does it matter if I did it my own way? Oh no, you got to do it this way. But I got the right answer. So it's like, that's what I hated, when it's like, no, you have to do it this way. It's like, I can't stand that stuff. Same with, like I said, at work. It's like, the job is still getting done to a good quality. The same, you know, everything's the same, but because like we might do it different. Oh, that's wrong. It's just, I can't stand that.
Yeah. Same.
Should probably actually get to the
because it's 53-minute mark.
yeah.
Okay.
Start off with the honorable mentions.
Yeah. So
like,
this
we'll do the honorable mentions first, yours and then mine, and then we can go to our list.
Yeah. This is our top 5 with honorable mentions of it's video or it can be the game. Like it's kind of like between both. Like you could do the games and videos, but for me, because there's not I have like a lot of stuff that I wasn't really proud of, but some games I actually enjoyed more. So honorable mentions. Okay. Dread Flats. That game.
Hey, that was my first honorable mention too.
That game was phenomenal for a developer first time go around.
Not to mention that too. Like I also, so that's my first honorable mention as well. But yeah, another thing for me, because that was both one of our earlier videos. That was kind of what that, and I have another one, but it's on my actual list. But that was one of the first ones where I'm like, oh, I'm so excited to do YouTube again. You know what I mean? Because that was one of those games where it was so good. It reminded me how fun it is.
Yeah, because like, you know, there's those itch.io games that I've played.
I basically stopped playing them.
Yeah. Unless there's like one that was cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Honorable mention. Okay, so I had 2 collabs on mine, but like they're very interchangeable. It can be also on the top 5. But Fears to Fathom was my honorable mention because it was so funny. It's just, like I was messing up way too much.
Yeah.
And then the favorite part is this is my hell.
Well, I'll talk more about my idea because it's on my list too.
Yeah. Ron Crop, that honorable mention is base fact that the game. The game was
that didn't
underrated.
make my list, but that's only because I have so many that I made. But I agree that is probably that'd be up there.
A very underrated game. The developer made another game.
Yeah, how was that one? Is that on your list?
No. I think I scrapped the video because the game the demo was basically the game. That's the only reason.
that was not my hand. That's right. Yeah, I forgot which one. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only reason why I was like, disappointed. And I had a 4th one. This is it's not the game, it's not the video, it's the fact that I talked from point A all the way for 40 minutes. Power washing simulator.
Yeah.
2.
Yeah. All right, I can do my honorable mentions. I already named Dread Flats. We already got that. Same, like I said. Another honorable mention I had was Banana Blood. That's one of my more recent videos. I almost put this on my list because, like, as far as my commentary goes, like, the game is fun. It was a fun, goofy horror game, too. But as far as, like, an overall package of my commentary, my editing, the jokes I made, I think it's probably top 3 videos of all time of mine. I am on, like I'm not trying to, like, blow my own ego or whatever, but I just think, like, the content that I make, if you were to ask like someone to be like, hey, what's like a video I should show my friend that showcases your funniest you, that's one of them. I just, like I said, with the type of game, very comical, and I just felt like I was on fire. So great game. Another honorable mention I had was the Dead Seat. That was like my 3rd video I posted on this channel, or on the channel, and it's up there because like I liked my commentary, but the game was just so cool. Just sitting in the car and having to, you know, play your Game Boy while the monster and stuff, and then your parents fight, and then at the end, like, the monster's telling you to like do something, and then it ends up getting a big accident. It was a really cool game, and again, it was one of those early games that I posted on the channel where I was like, that got me really excited to be back on YouTube. And then Vane would be another honorable mention because I mean, I'm 17 episodes deep and the support is still phenomenal. I really do enjoy the game. Feel like I am going to wind it down here shortly, though. Maybe around 20 to 25 episodes, I'll probably end up pausing it at least. But yeah, and then I guess I had one more honorable mention was Shift at Midnight, the collab we did. Just because, again, that was one of the earlier games. So many games now copy that. I would say Hellmart and Shift at Midnight are the 2 best ones that do the whole like running a store while scary things happen. There's so many copycats, but Shift at Midnight, our collab, I think we were both on fire. Funny jokes, great moments. I think it's one of my like more liked YouTube shorts and TikToks as well. So
yeah, I agree. I forgot another honorable mention. Time for Bed too, just because of how it blew up.
yeah,
I was still figuring myself out and all that
yeah,
stuff, but that's just because like it's still getting love to this
yeah.
so
We could do it like you do your number 5 and I'll do my number 5 and then work our way up.
okay, so I'm going to say this. It's not any specific order for me, but I'll say 5.
I tried to get mine in an order, so it was
okay.
tough though.
I'll say number 5. I'll try to do
doesn't have to be, like I said, mine's probably not. It's not. It was so hard to think, but I got it in like a rough order.
Silent Hill 2, probably then would be my number 5 because the remake. Because you know, I talked to you about it. I was like, oh, you know, I want to try to get, you know, people that were Silent Hill 2 fans. I wasn't expecting much of it, and then it kind of blew up. And then I was like, oh, once I started streaming, I was like, oh, I'll finish that Silent Hill 2. One of the best streams because it was like people watched it from a long time. It was really
good. My number 5 would be Fears to Fathom, Scratch Creek. I almost, like I said, I was in the mind where it's like it could be Shift at Midnight, but I picked Fears to Fathom because I also think we had a blast. The recording session's so funny, but also I was so surprised with how well the gameplay mechanic works. It was a really fun game, and like the vicinity microphone has been done before, but like it worked so well that when CrayJayy was on the other side of the wall, it would be like, it was like muffled. And then like parts where we had to be quiet. There was one part where we're like hiding and he goes to try to be funny and pulls up the phone and it like alerts the guy. And like, so it lended itself to a lot of like, there was moments where we're dying laughing, but then flash forward like 10 minutes where like it's super intense having to hide. And like, it was just an overall, like one of my favorite videos I think I posted in the recent times for sure.
Oh yeah, the game actually too. Like because I watched yours, things because like we split off too, and like
that was
you were
cool.
doing things that I couldn't see, and then I was doing things that you couldn't see. So it was that was cool. Number 4, Creepy Shift Uncle Joe's Motel.
Yeah, that was almost. I almost was gonna put that as an honorable mention, but I had too many. I was like, I don't know.
Story, super
Great
cool.
story.
Well, I always enjoyed like cleaning simulators and stuff like that, so that's why I had it. It was just there wasn't much commentary per se because the story was so enticing, but it's the game is just probably to me underrated. I don't know.
Oh, I 100% think it's underrated. That was one of those games where I didn't think much going into it, and then you told me the story that was good, but I didn't realize how. But anyway, yeah. So my number 4. This was hard because I had like 4 series that were or 5 series that were I had to pick from, but in my number 4 slot I put Sleep Awake. Because I played the demo originally, which ended up being when the full game comes out, it picked up where the demo left off. So it was like, then I played the rest of it when the full game come out. But yeah, it was just a really like intense story. It was one of those series where I think mine's 3 episodes long, but it was just gripping from the start to end. And I just really, it was a cool concept of like in a world where there's like this like dictatorship kind of police force that go after anyone that goes to sleep, so the whole world's trying to like stay awake and like come up with really messed up ways to stay awake or drugs, and it was just a really cool dystopian world kind of video game. Great story and voice acting as well.
Number 3 yeah, Shift at Midnight, the collab, because that was just the same thing. It was our first. One of our first, or
one of them. I can't remember if it was the first or not, but
it was just like commentary, the jokes and everything. Like, edits were so good. Yeah.
My number 3 was another story-driven game, and I think as far as story-driven games, it's still probably my favorite on the channel is Project Songbird. It just was one of those ones where I finished playing the game and it just like left an impact on me. There's just the story and the gameplay, every part about it. I won't ramble. Great game. The developer, super underrated, really deserves, because the developer puts so much love into that game, so he really deserves any support. But yeah, great. Oh, and the voice acting, like A plus. Like, it's just crazy good voice acting in that game.
Number 2. So these two can go. Aaron Chamberlain 1 and 2 can definitely go.
Yeah, that's same for me. Yeah.
Bird watching.
Yeah.
Now, you think about that as a horror game, watching birds, and you're like, oh, it was great. It was terrifying. One of my favorite shorts that I made of it. Yeah, it was super good. It's definitely a game where you want to just sit and enjoy, and there's some terrifying jump scares.
So my number 2, again, I'm the same. These could be either or. This was hard to choose because they're 2 different styles. So I don't know. They might even be tied for first. Anyway, number 2 for now, I just threw on the list was Last Report. Actually, and I never got around to. I keep forgetting that they put out an update like month or probably like 2 months ago now, where it's like a new ending and story expanded. Anyway, Last Report. I think I played it the day after Dreadflats early on in the channel, and it was like, it's just one of those games that I think will be with me forever. Where it was like this kind of like pixel art style graphic, but oh my gosh, the story was just, I could not stop playing. I was like, bro, this was like, it was just so fun. The execution, everything about it, like I said, it was just like, I don't know. If you haven't played it, highly recommend playing it. And it's one of those games where I am on full alert. Any game that those developers make, I am playing 100%. Like, I'm definitely checking it because I'm a huge fan. That was so much fun. Great. It's a horror game, and it was just absolutely phenomenal.
Number 1. I think I wrote the name right, but the Wilmot case, or Wilmot?
Oh, the Wilmot's case.
Yeah,
Wilmot's case.
Yeah. That game was so good. As like a one of, because like the jump scares were great. Like the creepiness factor of like the doll and everything, like it was just so good. And like, yeah, like also my video, like the commentary, the edits, mind you, they're a little edgy, some of them, I will admit, but I enjoyed it. It was definitely really one of my favorites. And this was another reason why I liked it so much. It was right before my surgery, so
yeah. My number 1, this was, like I said, it was hard to choose, but when I think about just overall fun playing memories, is Bad Midwife.
yeah. AI slop.
No, my number 1, again, this could be interjected because it's a different genre, so Last Report could be number 1, but honestly, my number 1 is Retro Rewind. It's just, I love simulator games. It's what I play a lot in my free time. And as far as like my videos go, every single episode I posted has like such funny moments. And I know my subscribers, countless of them have said that it's their favorite series on my channel. But yeah, it's just like, I just really love that game. It's just simple and easy to play, fun time. I grew up during that time of like Blockbuster and stuff, so it also kind of has that nostalgia hit. But yeah, I don't know, it's just been super fun, and it's one of those games where like I'm going to record an episode probably after this, but it's one of those games where I'm just always looking forward to recording more of it. There were so many though. Like I literally, when I started the honorable mentions list, I had like 12 on there. So
like I said, I'm starting to find my way a little bit. So like it was harder for me, but then there was like, yeah, it was good. I don't know. I mean, I'm just rambling on.
You forgot your number 1, Backrooms Body Cam 2.
Yeah.
Or Sect House. No, wait, what was that one that was like, we should have done our top 5 worst?
Worse. Was it Sect Head where I didn't talk like for like the entire game?
I don't know.
There's one video I didn't talk for like the entire game.
More Tan's Prisoner. I can't remember if you said that was good or not.
Probably
Yeah, we should maybe next episode or the future episode we'll do our top worst.
not. So that'd be majority of my early stuff.
You're like, can we do a top 30? No.
Yeah.
I know Bad Midwife is going on there.
Oh yeah, for both of us. Holy crap.
Honestly, if it's been that bad, I usually never post. I usually scrapped it. But there was some that I made that were just on the threshold where I was like, I probably should scrap it, but I was like, I'll post it.
Oh, I just posted everything that I played.
Yeah.
Except for a couple things. Co-op game we played.
Yeah.
But yeah. That will do it for the 1 year podcast, you know. It's chill. Yep. We're chill here. Not very professional.
Nope.
But yeah, everyone who's been watching our podcast, we appreciate you guys taking the time, and like we're not really promoting this anywhere, so like any support
no,
you guys
it's literally the only place it's posted is on my AaronSayWhat on my gaming channel on like the channels section at the bottom. And it just sits. I never mention it.
Mine, well, I do have it in like all my videos in the description, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Like I did shout it out a couple times, but I was like, you know what? I don't want to like just bombard people, so I'm like, here it is in the description.
Yeah. I'll probably mention the vlog next vlog I record.
But yeah, again, appreciate all the support. Any support helps. And guys, like, you know, do the whole YouTube spiel. Like this.
Like this. Subscribe.
If you don't like this, dislike it. It's whatever.
Yeah. No one can see the dislike number anyway.
Yeah. Except for us.
Yeah, we can see it. The creators could still see it.
But yeah. We'll have our newest videos of our face probably by now. And yeah. Bye-bye.